All right. Here we are. We're gonna dive into Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. Um, I do eventually want to play with more of the first one because of nostalgia reasons mainly, but also because I was actually getting somewhere on my own on that game. Wasn't using any kind of strategy guides or hint guides, and I was actually feeling kind of proud of myself that I was remembering things from uh, 30 plus years ago with that game. But actually, the main reason why I want to do like a Wasteland 1 and Wasteland 2 um, retro, what do you call it? Like, was a retrospective, is eventually I want to get back into Wasteland 3 and continue that one because that game was really, really awesome. In terms of, I really like the XCOM style like combat system in that game. Wasteland 2, I owned this initially on the PlayStation 4 way back in when it came out in 2015, and I remember at the time I didn't really grab me all that much, and then years later, we're talking like 2000 and well, I think it's last year. It was on sale on uh, GOG.com for like, I don't know, $5 or something like that, and some insanely small price that you just can't say no to. I mean, that's how they get you. Put these they put these older games on some. They give it like a ridiculous like sale price, and it's like the Godfather movie. They make you an offer that you can't refuse, essentially. So anyway, we're gonna hop into Wasteland 2. Not gonna leave much of an introduction here. That was basically it. So let's get started. I don't think there's any real options I need to play around with. I'm just gonna leave it. I do want to make sure that the subtitles are on. I think subtitles are essential in any RPG game. That's just me, but I mean, if the majority of the game you're reading what's going on, I mean, I don't want subtitles in there. That's the way I see it. So anyway, good there. I want to create my own squad or use a default squad. Let me go create a squad. How about that? I'll just create one ranger. I'll create myself. This is my real age, folks. 48-year-old boomer. Religion? I'll be indigenous. Like my people. I'm an Alaskan native, so I can I can tell native jokes if I want to. I should be Jewish. Be like the first Jewish, like, Eskimo. How about that? How many Jewish Eskimos do you know? Nah, I'll just be... Smokes. Coffin nails. Ethnicity, I'll be Native American. My people have lived here for many moons. Polish last name. Elmo Lipschitz. Native American profile right there. My Native American hat. Right. Yeah. Oh, look at that. He's got old school, like, this stuff, reservation type hairdo. Like, you just come off the res. Oh, look at that. I just looks like a homeless guy. Enhance his appearance. Oh, there you go. Torn up old jeans. Look really Native American here. Dark skin. I am fresh off the reservation. Short and sweet. Before anybody gets too offended, I am Alaska Native, and hence Native American. That's about... Guy looks pretty Native American, so I'm... There we go. Now, what is he good at? Give him a good charisma for now. Got some leadership qualities. He's smart, which means he'll level up faster. Needs some strength for the any melee damage that I want this guy to have. Coordination. Avoid traps and attacks. Pick locks. With shotguns. Start him off small. Oh, wait a minute. Shucks. Give him too much of everything. Lock picking is probably the most one of the more important skills I have, but then again, Skyrim habits by talking. Either heavy-handed or an asshole. Never used any of the preset Alright, that's it. What I'm going with. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna get back into Wasteland 3 and continue on with that one because I really like where that game was going. Plus I hear nothing but good things about it from other folks, so. But aside from what I told you earlier, I really don't have much in the way of a history with this game. I didn't play it too often when I had it initially, and it seems to be more meant for a.
What comes after the end?
Play on a computer.
I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged. Thank you, recruits. I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a Desert Ranger.
How did he die?
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook him up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal, but sadly Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Happy to be given the opportunity, sir, but are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got one ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
Signal is a threat, sir.
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Repeater unit, sir.
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
The logbook was stolen, sir?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
The mission, sir.
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Where is this area, sir?
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map. There you go.
All in,
Yes,
sir?
call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
When can we enter the Citadel?
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Kiss his ass. Please, sir, if you're sending us after Ace's killer, then you've already decided we're worthy. Why not just let us in?
Kissing ass already, huh? Some folks in the Waste can be persuaded that way, but not everyone. I've been buttered up by the best of them, so I'm wise to those tricks. You get through our doors with deeds, not words, recruits. Good try, though.
Right, thank you, sir. We'll do our best.
Good luck out there, recruits.
Logbook is your guide to the missions your Ranger Squad has acquired and completed, including notes and other information. You can access it from the inventory menu. Please select a specific mission entry in the list to see more details. Paste tabs on your progress.
What else do you need?
Radio is your squad's lifeline back to headquarters. Through it, you will receive vital updates on your missions. From time to time, you may also pick up calls from other Wasteland inhabitants throughout your travels, some of which you may be able to respond to. Remember that to level up, you need to use a radio to call headquarters to earn field promotions, provided a character has gained enough experience points. It calls a radio, press D-pad right. and out. For lockpicking. Now this menu system is obviously a tad improved from the first Wasteland game. On a shovel, look at that. Find many items in the Wasteland, some of which can be used in the game world. To use these, you can open your inventory and choose the use item option while selecting that item. Certain items can also be used on objects in the world by walking up to them and using the interaction button to show that most items can only be used on certain objects or characters. I just... Great, right?
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing, recruits? That's consecrated ground.
Pick up the body. I fall down there? Are they gonna find out? Kindly older woman in standard issue ranger garb. She seems occupied counting goods and organizing crates. Aside from the clothes, she's the picture of a loving grandmother. Swear she smells faintly of fresh baked cookies. So she sells. This is like a marketplace. Do I have the money? $50. I want that though. Look at that. Lot of exposition. You want to know her? Background story. I guess you could pause the video like later on or something. General Argus. He's one of my squad mates in the first game, Snake Vargas. So obviously he got older. He survived that game to be in this game, and he's the leader. So. Scan mode, see that? And this is I don't want that journal or log or whatever taking up half the screen.
Hey, Echo 1. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there.
All these guys. Now, scrap. What is this? Scrap is a currency you'll use in the Wasteland. You use scrap to pay for items merchants are selling, and they'll also pay you back in scrap for any items sold to them. Unlike inventory items, there is no maximum limit to how much scrap your party can carry, and it does not weigh anything. Scrap is frequently labeled as that. Almost looks like a dollar sign. So. That's one thing I forgot to look at.
Copy, Echo 1. This is Ranger Command. Go ahead. Over. Copy, Echo 1. Appreciate the update.
Oh, that's how I can switch party members. has a knife, right? I mean, obviously the graphics look way better than the first game, the one I was playing last week. But you can tell they still look a bit on the dated side. Ooh, look at this. On a machine gun. Scrap. Bullets. Bullets and distribute all this. I'm gonna check on that because I'm not sure if I'm gonna check my inventory. Oh, that's how you do it. I was trying to figure out how to bring up the guy's inventory so I can go through these guys and film. Their stuff. Oh, I also have a shotgun. Let's just get out of here. See what other loot we can find here. So.
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
Remember her?
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
They all hurt, but this one... Man. Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise, and never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's... God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it.
I credit the voice acting in this game is not bad.
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show, and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh?
We're the babies?
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
Where is Quartz?
Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher, he'd know.
Thought Ace's mission was trouble.
He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was wrong. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. Should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him?
What was Base Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
General Vargas used to be called Snake.
Well, like I said, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in... shit, a decade, maybe?
What happened to Hellraiser?
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL. Or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come, and when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor, scary as hell.
Where's Thrasher now?
You better call him Gilbert now. Funny. Back in the
Gilbert.
day, he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers, but Vargas didn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it?
Tell me about rail nomads.
Could be a nice little place, if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots.
You know any more about these repeater units?
I don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius.
Have you heard any of these strange broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers, saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
The computer was making the robots?
Yeah. The Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
Sounds an awful lot like, flipped it right out of Terminator, you know. Skynet making the machines to kill mankind. You can tell this this whole game series. I mean, yeah, it came out of the 80s, so it has a lot of 80s references to it. 80s pop culture, or things that were made popular in the 80s, and it's kind of led over into today's generation. Which is a good thing. I mean, you want the younger generation to appreciate all the cool shit that we had in the 80s, you know. That's just my opinion, though. Alright, now we're asking about the Red Scorpions.
You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me
No.
fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of Rangers back then, but they had been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of Eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. Protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
Sergeant Woodson. Do you know Woodson?
Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base.
What can you tell us about Eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
Radiation clouds.
Edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever. And that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Hey, goodbye.
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged.
Why did they use a different actress? Voice actress. Right there. You notice that? That was not the same. That was not the same lady.
So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
We don't want someone old and slow slowing us down. Yeah, come on.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Followers, during your travels you may come across people willing to join your squad. These companions, and CNPCs, can be controlled and customized just like your own ranger recruits you start the game with, but may have personalities and characteristics of their own. Crazy old twats following us now, so... Alright, let's... out of here. We're back here, I need to dig up. Nope, doesn't look like it. Figure out how to get out of here. More scrap. Yep, let's go in the Wasteland now. Oh, that's cool. They kept the picture from the original game.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
World map. When you leave a location and enter the Wasteland, the game perspective will zoom out and show the world map. Use left stick to travel. Alternately, you can access the world map screen by pressing the D-pad up to select a location you have already discovered. You travel there automatically. World map events. There are a number of things you can encounter on the world map. In addition to water and radiation, you can stumble upon both friendly and enemy random encounters, which will take you to a small, special location to interact with characters or to do battle. You may even find hidden loot caches from before the apocalypse, and mysterious locations that few have ever seen. Outdoorsman. The Outdoorsman Skill determines your squad's search radius on the world map when traveling. As well as its ability to avoid hostile random encounters, a good outdoorsman will be able to avoid dangerous enemies and discover new and hidden locations more easily. Answer the radio. This is Ranger Team Echo.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find. Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal.
It's important to stay in radio contact with you?
It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem.
I mean, you weren't always the dispatcher?
Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher. But Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world and how it's changing. I need to know what's going on out there, and I figure the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes.
Lucky us.
Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing.
You're over now.
10-4, Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
SOS! SOS! Is anybody out there? This is High Pool. We are under attack. I repeat, we are under attack. Raiders with mortars and explosives are blasting our walls. If anybody can hear this, come at once. Don't know how long we can hold it.
Ranger Citadel, this is Ag Center. Come in. We're under attack. The plants, they're mutating out of control. They're tearing my people apart.
Ag Center, this is Citadel Base. Can you repeat? Did you say the plants were attacking?
Yes, goddammit, the plants. Something's gone wrong with the... Oh, fuck! The door! They're breaking down the door! Fall back! Fall back!
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in. Did you copy those distress calls from High Pool and Ag Center? Over.
Affirmative. Message received.
Roger that. Listen, Echo 1, I have no one else in the area and no further intel at this time. I'm afraid it's going to have to be your decision which call to respond to first. Whichever one you choose, get there ASAP. Both situations are emergencies, and both sounded like they were deteriorating rapidly. While the repeaters are still alpha-level priority, civilian emergencies have to come first, before heading back out to get the repeaters. Sending you the coordinates for both locations now. Copy?
Copy. High Pool. Both places you sent us to are suddenly having emergency.
Uh-huh. Suspicious, isn't it, Echo? Like someone's monitoring our transmissions and trying to stop our little radio experiment before it starts. Keep an eye out for suspect characters. Copy?
Copy.
10-4, Echo 1. Godspeed. Ranger Command out.
God fucking speed. Back these assholes. kind of like XCOM again. Oh, it's a lot of reading. Nice sniper. Guess I had to clear this area out. I don't know. Oh, he's got nothing. Good, huh? These graphics are okay. They are obviously older. Wasteland 3 looks a lot better, in my opinion. But to be fair, I mean, Wasteland 3 just came out like what, 2 months ago, or about a year ago, or something. gotta fill all the canteens. Also might be a good time to save my game. Remember the old saying? Save early, save often. Get it done considering it's been over an hour already. These fools. Gotta build up my experience. I'll have to check out the computer version of this game again, because Here we go. Got the sniper rifle, look at that. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, he's pretty good. Oh, forgot about this guy. Out.
What kind of fool gets in a fight with someone whose last name is Death?
Loot all the bodies now. kind of wish this would have the same loot feature that Wasteland 3 has, where you loot one dead body, you basically loot all of them at the same time. It does make the game a lot more convenient. I go to that ag center first. A lot of combat out here. Yeah, that's fine. Interesting how you're out in the desert, but every combat map so far looks alike. Would have been nice to see more variety in this. Oh, what the hell is that? God. Wish. Uh-oh. Stupid bitch. Gadget. Gotcha. Let's see. Gotta go help this guy out. Got him. Look at rabbit's foot. Yeah, it's definitely an RPG. Bit tedious at times. Because I'm just getting tired of it. Your radiation.
Roger, Echo
Good
1.
little base.
Then listen, I know I said the radio tower was at the top of your to-do list, but you need to deal with the emergency situation first, before heading back out to get the repeaters. Repeat, talk to Kathy Lawson and take care of her emergency. Then continue with your mission to find and hook up the repeaters. Protecting civilians is always a ranger's #1 priority. Do you copy?
I copy. One quick second though, I gotta take care of something. Alright, gang. Sorry about that little pause there. I was uploading a live stream that I did last night to my YouTube channel. So that Sid Meier's I Pirates is uploading now. Should be completely uploaded and updated. Hopefully as early as tomorrow night. Probably be going to bed here pretty soon too. It's getting kind of late. Like we're getting pretty close. I guess stopping point here. I do want to check this mission out first before we do that. I did say I wanted to play this game first before I jumped back into Wasteland 3, but I don't know about you, but I'd forgotten how cool this game is. I mean, yeah, you know, if turn-based role-playing type of games aren't your thing, I could see how you could be, or how some folks could be bored, could get bored with something like this. But if you like story-driven type of experience, I mean, I've seen a lot worse in this game. I'm just saying. So.
Roger, Echo 1. Advise when complete. Ranger Command out.
Have arrived at the Ag Center, which when I hear on the radio being taken over by hostile plant life. Save the game again. Vegetation, run amok. Fields ahead are a vegetarian's wet dream and a carnivore's nightmare. Rows and rows of giant, healthy vegetables grown to unhealthy sizes. Something. Disgusting. The Twitch heads-up display for let me know that I'm streaming, that I'm live streaming right now is it's blocking part of the like text on the bottom right, so those annoying Twitch features that you just kind of put up with. This cutscene. Ew, what's that thing? Well, that was nasty. Have anything to loot? Once this was a water truck. Plants have something to it. Double here. Ooh, yeah, ammo. Hard drive.
Okay, this is bad. This is kill it with fire bad. What the hell caused this?
Hear the sounds of citrus and cellulose and chlorophyll and other sea words whispering in the distant veggie jungle. That thing. Ugh, me go kill worm. Raw. Ugh, me hurt. Well, a member takes enough damage, it will be incapacitated. There are several states of incapacitation represented by a squad member having less than 0 constitution. Become progressively more severe if left untreated. Getting my ass kicked here. Oh.
Watch how it's done.
Ouch. Poisoned. That's a tough one. Poison, I got. Reader. Dadgummit. Big ass plants.
Hello? By the doors. Can you hear me? What the hell
Watch
was that? Did you idiots
Looks like the
just
pods
blow
are
yourselves
triggered
up
by
right
sudden
in front of the
movement.
door? You tricks better be the damn Rangers. We've been calling for help for hours. The plants have gone crazy. About time. Yes, we need help. What have I been saying? I'm opening the doors now.
Rangers, where have you been?
Ms. Lawson, meet the new recruits. Recruits, meet Ms. Lawson.
Forget the friendly introductions, Angie. Wasn't the deal we made with the Rangers, we give you food, you give us protection? Well, your recruits are looking pretty goddamn well fed, but we've been up to our tits in killer tomatoes for 8 hours, and not a Ranger in sight.
You should take it from here, recruits. Learning to deal with angry citizens is part of the job.
They're tomatoes.
About time. Now listen, we think the mutations stem from contamination in our irrigation system. Unfortunately, the computer that operates the pumps seems to be malfunctioning and we can't shut it off remotely. Maybe its circuits are overloaded from all the alarms going off. The computer is down the corridor past the airlock behind us. I can open that lock, but if you're gonna do your job and rescue our guys, see Rose. She has the current override codes for the greenhouse airlocks. Either way, we'll lead you to the computer room eventually. If you can get the computer working, you can shut down the pumps from there. If not, you'll have to go into the east and west fields and turn off the valves by hand. Now get going before any more of my people die. Sometimes I think that thing is more trouble than it's worth. It's supposed to automate all our irrigation and feeding, but it seems to be, like, on the fritz most of the time.
What about the others? Could be worse than death. Odd people. I will say though, the layout of this game, as far as telling the story, the format is a heck of a lot better than the first game. Saw last week where you had to like read certain paragraphs. As I recall, the first Wasteland game ever, the first version, the original version for the Commodore 64, you had to read the instruction manual. There are certain paragraphs in the instruction manual that you were instructed to read And the same deal, you got to read certain paragraphs, and that's how it told the story. Very clunky format. This game, obviously, way more advanced, way better storytelling. What happened to the farmers? Dying for hours. I know those men. They were good friends, and now they're gone. What happened to the researchers? Researchers were in the greenhouse mostly. A lot of the cameras were obscured by plant growth, so I don't know what happened to them. But there were terrible screams. What can you tell me about Rose? Rose is our best researcher. She's in her lab trying to find out what went wrong, but even if she figures it out, she's an old lady. There's no way she could go in there to fix it. That's why we call the Rangers. Tell me about the lab. Research lab where we experiment with new breeds down the hall to the east. Who's Matt Forrestal? He's the man in the wheelchair at the monitor desk. Hey, Rangers. He's the one who called Ranger Citadel 8 hours ago. He was hurt. The plants had begun growing strange exploding pods. He got caught in a blast. His whole left side is a mess. Tell me about the exploding pods.
As if the rest of this craziness wasn't enough, the plants are also starting to explode. Get too close to one of those red pods and bam! Come to think of it, everyone who's changed into one of those pod people got blasted first. If I could get one of those pods to study, intact, I might be able to come up with a cure. You'll need to move slow and careful to get close to the pod without setting it off. If one of you greenhorns has a green thumb, that might come in handy too. I suppose a handful of fragments of pods, let's say 10, would do the trick, if you can't manage to collect a whole one. If we don't find a cure, the infection will surge back and we'll all be dead.
What went wrong with the plants? Contamination, the fertilization system. He also thinks it's deliberate sabotage. I hate to think that, but whatever it is, all the vegetation is growing out of control and mutating. Insects, too, they're enormous. Insects? Giant insects? How big are we talking? Oh, fruit fly as big as a bald eagle. It had a stinger like a fucking scimitar. Think someone from Ag Center is behind this? Hope not. I don't want to think that anyone here would do this. We're a happy family. We all want the same thing, to make the wasteland green again. What do you think of the Desert Rangers? Sure talks you all up, but so far you're about as impressive as a wet fart. Investigating a distant signal, need to use your radio dish. Can you tell us where it is?
You want to use our radio dish now. Can you see we're in the middle of a fucking crisis? Fuck you. Go find it yourselves.
I don't have kiss ass level 2.
Yes, go. Do your job. I'll open the central airlocks for you now, but remember, we might have people trapped in the greenhouses, so talk to Rose for the door codes.
Hey, Angie. Got hit by one of those exploding pods.
says she can fix me up. I hope so. Hurts like the dickens. I recognize the uniforms, but not the faces. Y'all must be new recruits. Hope this ain't your first dance, though, 'cause I got the feeling it ain't gonna be a walk in the park. Name's Matt Forrestal. I guess I'm the boss around here. Used to wear one of them stars, though, back in the day. Got a little too close to one of those exploding pods. Now I got a little plant shrapnel souvenir. No big deal. Things are a little paltry right now, but I've got some gear you can make use of.
Gotta pay for it?
Thanks for coming by, Rangers. Always good to see new recruits taking their first steps into the big wide world.
How do I use this on myself? Okay. Affected, what does that mean?
Sorry, recruits. Sure thing.
Come on, man. Brother, a break.
hurts too much to talk. You go do what you can. I'll be here. I'll be here waiting. Sorry, recruits. Sure thing. Take... Good luck. Rangers. Howdy, recruits. How'd you doing there?
Alright, now that I know how to do it. Like a good spot to save my game. And call it a night. Because it's getting kind of late, folks. Yeah, we're gonna call it a night here. But yeah, this was Wasteland 2. As you can see, it was much improved over the first game, and looks like a pretty good lead-in into Wasteland 3. The Wasteland 3 was much more like XCOM, which I thought was great. I love XCOM games. The whole cover system on that. I mean, this game seems to have it too, but it doesn't have the feel that XCOM has, or that Wasteland 3 has. So, but yeah, this is a pretty good report. I don't know what the director's cut was all about. I had never owned the director's cut before this game. Well, the one I have on the computer is also a director's cut. I took a different path on that game though. I'm in the Ag Center right now. I don't know if I managed to make it like this far, or I chose a different like a path or something in the game. I don't know, but what I was playing tonight was all new to me. So, yeah, this was a pretty fun little experience tonight. If anybody was watching, I do appreciate your audience as always. Always fun to have folks on board. Check out my channel. Like I said, my channel's still in its fledgling, like baby steps. When I get around to actually promoting the darn thing, I might actually have some real fun with it. Until then, though, anybody who's watching, I do appreciate you taking your time to check us out. And yeah, I'll definitely be dropping in again sometime this week. You all have a wonderful rest of your evening or rest of your day, wherever you're at. And hey, I'll see you on the flip side again. Till then, peace. I am out of here.